Last time on the Sean vlog, I decided that this would be the perfect time, obviously, to give you a glimpse kind of in a day in my life right now. I start my day like most other people do. I start my day with some coffee. It's coffee time. Now it looks like nice, yummy coffee. So let's toss a little breakfast in. And now it's time for the breakfast cereal. Honey buzzers. And that, my friends, is how you do breakfast. Where is the detergent? Well, we have some game. I'll use that. And that, boys and girls, is the laundry. In the immortal words of the Ninja Turtles, it's pizza time! Sliced up. 12 slices. It's time to eat. I mentioned that I'm doing a new media journalism master's at Full Sail University. I'm not really gonna film myself sports writing or, you know, doing my schoolwork, because you'll see me sitting at the computer going clickety 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 clicky 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 clicky. That's not going to be very interesting to look at, you know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you about that. My sports writing is kind of divided into two areas right now. And actually, I'm trying to figure out how those areas are going to interact with each other, because they speak similar languages but not the same. It's kind of like Spanish and Portuguese. They communicate sometimes, but there are some differences. They don't speak exactly the same language at all. The first one I'm going to talk about is the one that I have through Full Sail. Part of this program, part of this master's degree, is setting up the student's digital brand. You know, these days the media is much more personal, and it's much more about who you are and who your personality is, and who even a media company you want to work for, they can get a look at more easily who you are, you know, and who your brand is and what you would be bringing to their organization. So I have set up my own website through Full Sail and set up my digital brand that I'm going to take into the future. And the name of that brand is Sean the Sports Guy. I have set up a website at SeanTheSportsGuy.com. SeanTheSportsGuy.com. It's my digital brand. I should be able to say it. And that's a blog that I write about sports. I started out with Miami sports, but I've kind of gotten the idea in this area. It's not a good idea to write about Miami sports if I'm not actually in the city of Miami. So I'm kind of taking that back to the overall topic of sports. Sean the Sports Guy. And part of building that brand is having a presence in social media. So you won't just find Sean the Sports Guy content at SeanTheSportsGuy.com. You can also search Sean the Sports Guy on Facebook. You can look me up at Sean Sports Guy on Twitter, because Sean the Sports Guy is just a little bit too long for Twitter. And you can also find me on LinkedIn by searching for Sean Fowler. However, I'll warn you right now, I'm kind of in the process of setting that up. I actually hadn't updated my LinkedIn profile since I worked at Walt Disney World, so it needs a lot of updating, and I'm kind of in the process right now of cleaning that up, of getting it all put together, and ready for digital consumption once again. It is up right now, but it's going to be kind of an incomplete profile. So give me some time on that. You can look at it now if you want, but it's going to be much better later. I promise you. The other outlet for my sports writing I have is the one that I set up before I actually started Full Sail, and that is the Miami Sports Network /report. The last word of that title has kind of gone back and forth. Sometimes it's network, sometimes it's report, as is reflected in this case, because the primary blog is set up at themiamisportsreport.wordpress.com. That might be a little long. I'll try to fit it all in one line. Might be 2 lines, but right here, themiamisportsreport.wordpress.com. And we are also on Twitter at Miami Sports Net, because that is Miami Sports Network. The blog is the Miami Sports Report. The Twitter is Miami Sports Network. You can see that little confusion I've had with the name there. That is where I write about the professional Miami sports teams that I am actually truly passionate about. I try, keyword try, I try to write 1 post a day, and it's on a weekly schedule. Marlins Monday, Turn Up the Heat Tuesday, Wacky Wednesday, and that's where I pick one of the 4 teams at random and I write a second article about them, and then the next week I pick from the 3 remaining, and so on. Pan Thursday, and I really thought that was the most clever because it's Pan Thursday, but it's also Panthers Day. Huh? I thought it was pretty clever anyway. Alright, so we also have Fins Friday, Super Saturday, and that's where I pick a national sports topic to write about, and I write about that. And we wrap it up with Sean's Sunday, where I do an opinion piece, where I talk about my opinion instead of trying to be just a straight sports writer. I do kind of an editorial piece, and that can be about any issue in the world of sports, Miami or national, that I feel is important to write about. How I'm going to integrate those two is that I'm not going to directly connect them. That was an option to kind of directly connect them, but they're not really supposed to be the same thing. Content that I write for the Miami Sports Report Network, I'm going to cross-post onto Sean the Sports Guy, because Sean the Sports Guy is my digital brand, and the Miami Sports Network, Miami Sports Report, is an example of my sports writing. So that's an example, part of my brand. So that can go on Sean the Sports Guy. Things that I write for Sean the Sports Guy, which are more going to, just to be perfectly honest right now, going to be my assignments for Full Sail. I am going to link to those on the Miami Sports Network report, but it's going to be more like, here's an example of some of my other work. It's not going to be content that I'm providing directly as integrated into that, because it's not only is it not going to be about Miami, it's usually not going to be. So yeah, my assignment for this week involves taking a national sports story and localizing it. So what I decided to do was I picked the Major League Baseball biogenesis, Alex Rodriguez, situation. And I decided to contact some local baseball coaches. So I emailed the head coaches of 4 area high schools and the head coach of the college team nearby, Valdosta State. Happy to report that I've gotten responses from 2 of the high school coaches, one here in Quitman and one of the ones in Thomasville, the one in Thomasville I should say. My story needs 2 sources, so that's great. When they get back to me with the answers to my questions, I'll be able to write my story. That is good news for me. The battery on the camera is telling me that I'm about done here. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I hope you have enjoyed this 3rd edition of the Sean Vlog. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing me in daylight, as opposed to night for the first couple of videos. If you like this vlog and check out my channel, if you like some of my other content, click that subscribe button, Like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Let's get the word out here. Anybody who's actually watching this, let's spread the word about Sean. Because if you're not going to spread the word about me, then you're spreading the word about something else. Is that good or bad? I don't know. I can't really say. What I can say is thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.